fam, it's your girl TK, and today I have decided that I wanted to talk to you guys about domestic abuse. Honestly, the reason why I'm going to be touching on this topic is because a lot of people who are, experiencing abuse, they're able to conceal it and hide it very much so, especially if they endured it for a very long time. Honestly, it's not right. And sometimes you need to speak up and speak out about the situations. Today, we're going to be talking about Hate-Aisha Fraser. Now, I want you guys to understand something. This woman was married to a judge. Do you hear me, honey? I said she was married to a judge. This means that this man was in a very authoritarian position. He had power and he knew how to abuse his power very well. Number one, I want you guys to understand something. This woman was a school teacher. Her job was to advocate for children, educate children. And on top of that, she had 2 children of her own. She was very much so liked, but she was very much so being abused by her husband, her spouse. This woman would reach out and speak, up for herself and call the police, call the authorities, and nothing would occur. Nothing. This man felt like he owned her. You know what I'm saying? He became so controlling. He felt like he had power over her. And that is a sickening thing when a man gets to the point where he feels like he has all control over you, your well-being. It became very sickening. It was unhealthy for Hate-Aisha. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm about to upload a clip it and right motherfudging now, because I want you guys to see this clip it that I did when I was at CVS, and then I'm gonna come back on.
Pick up my hair because I do got my silly from the color purple braids in. Period. Anyhow, I wanted to come on Instagram real quick and tell y'all something. I think the girl name is Hate-Aisha, and she is the one, if you watched the last video that I posted, she was the one that was married to that judge who killed her. And like, rest in peace to her. It's so unfortunate what she had to go through or whatever, but it's just like, you know what I'm saying, when you hear like a judge who was basically stalking his wife, he didn't lose his job, they actually promoted him, and he wasn't like, he lost his job as a judge, but then they gave him a job as an administrator. Then he beat her down some more, and then he killed her. He finally killed her, and then that's the only time he went to jail.
All right, YouTube fam, I'm back. And one of the things I want to say to you guys now is I want you guys to know something. There is a thin line between love and hate, baby. A very thin line. And it's so easy for somebody to cross over that line. Even the person that you have had a child with, someone that you love dearly, your husband, a judge, you know what I'm saying, someone you care about. They can cross them lines. They can cross them boundaries. And then it can become stalking. It can be a horror. You can be living through a horror. Hate-Aisha, she lived through a horror. A teacher, a freaking wife, a former wife. She was his ex-wife at the time. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And she was living through a horror, speaking up about the abuse and neglect that was going on. Honey, let me tell you something. It is hard to speak up about situations that is happening, especially when you are talking about gross neglect, especially when you are talking about someone who is in a management position, someone who has power. You know what I'm saying? Like a judge. Power to make a decision. Power over his staff. And you're trying to say someone is hurting you and he's the judge. That can be so freaking hard speaking up. And every time Hate-Aisha tried to speak up and speak up and speak up, she was basically being shunned by law enforcement, shunned by, the judges, shunned by the criminal justice system. This man felt like he owned Hate-Aisha. He took her life. That should not have happened. Luckily, we have a law in place now because of Hate-Aisha. So this can help minimize the chances of a man or a woman and or a man losing their lives to domestic violence. Because this shit can be real. Someone stalking you can be real. Someone abusing their power, that shit is real. Ask me, I know. I still to this day have not been given the necessary, help that I should have received. When I was saying I was going through stalking, I was being abused, I was being targeted, they closed my cases and told me to shut the fudge up. And this is the criminal justice system that has put in place the Aisha's law, who has ignored everything. When I say there's a thin line, and if you are not paying attention to someone, your loved ones, it will be so easy for someone else to come in and abuse your loved ones, and all you did was blink your eyes. And boom, just like that. You'll be like, damn, what happened? Oh yeah. They were abusing their authority, and all it took was a blink of an eye. Stay alert. Pay attention. Don't sleep on these abuse. And don't think because someone is in a suit and a tie, they want to abuse their damn authority, because baby, you're wrong. A suit and tie does not mean anything. Honey, I was told once, a devil wears Prada. A devil will wear Prada. Okay? That's designer. You don't really hear about the devil wearing, you know what I'm saying, something bummy. But they'll hunt, steal, and kill for that Prada. Okay? And lie as well. Anyhow, I want you guys to know something. I just wanted you guys to know a little bit about Aisha. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little story and a little bit about learning about Aisha and what she had to endure. Being killed, stabbed to death in front of her 2 children. It wasn't right. It should not have happened. But I hope you guys enjoyed learning about her story, so you can know there's a law out there that can probably help you if you ever need it. Well, anyhow, peace, love, and happiness. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and remember always, darling, mind your motherfucking business. I'm out this bitch. Bye.